3 laps to go here at Texas. And there is the difference between first and second as you ride on board with Brad Keselowski.
Carl Edwards' car, the bottom of the racetrack, we had a shot behind it. Looks like the back of the car is just hung out all the way around that corner. It's got that quarter panel kind of laying in the air. Kind of a technique these guys use with these new Nationwide cars, just really using aerodynamics.
Yeah, it looks like Brad could make a run, but he gets loose after a couple of laps running really hard. I believe Carl's got it now.
And Leffler gives way to the race leader, so he goes 1 lap down. And we have a lap and a half to go here at Texas. And Carl's got a little bit more breathing room between he and second place Brad Keselowski.
If Carl can get to this white flag, it's pretty well all over. Race would be complete then.
White flag, one more time.
There you go.
1.5 miles to go here at Charlotte. The fans have seen a good one tonight. Had surprises in more ways than one, with Kyle Busch getting crashed out through no fault of his own, and Carl Edwards putting in a dominating performance. He has never been lower than third the entire evening. And here he is, just a couple corners away after winning the pole earlier today. Here he comes out of turn number 4. Keselowski tries to come as low as he can to cut the margin, but Carl Edwards is going to pick up win number 1 in 2011. Brad Keselowski in second. Menard comes home in third. And look at this as we come to the stripe. It will be Elliott Sadler in head of Justin Allgaier. That is for 5th and 6th. Then Reed Sorensen, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., David Rudiman, and Brian Scott round out your top 10.
Good race, guys. Really good job.
The 30th win in his 217th start. And he now starts a streak here at Texas. He has won 2 in a row.
Good night for these guys. Good race. They all learned a lot tonight. Vince?
With Mike Beam, the crew chief for Carl Edwards. And Mike, we had a visit yesterday, and you were kind of beating yourself up about the fact you had not won a race yet this season. How good does it feel to have finally gotten it done?
It feels great because everyone's worked so hard. You know, we moved our race shop to Concord, and Robbie and his guys, they've helped us so much. And, you know, it's just a wonderful feeling to win for, you know, Fastenal and Valvoline and, you know, for Ford. And, you know, it's just it's finally won with the Mustang. And, you know, it's just wonderful to do that because we've had so much pressure to win. You know, we really stunk last year. It was really embarrassing the way we ran our COT cars, but everyone's worked so hard for us. And, you know, it's like I say all the time, I'm just so blessed to have Carl Edwards and his group and, you know, and all the support. It's just good fun.
Real quickly, can you describe the emotions that you were going through those last 6 or 7 laps?
You know, Vince, the way our races have gone this year, I just kept waiting for something to happen. It looked like Brad's car was a little bit better on a short run there. If we had a caution, I think he would have beat us, you know, because I kept adjusting it. And, man, I turned the bolts on this thing, like Carl said, more than I have all season. But, you know, it's just good times.
Mike Beam celebrating up here. Carl Edwards celebrating with the fans, Marty.
Yeah, and I'm not sure he's going to get out of there unless security gives him a helping hand. The fans were gathering as the laps were winding down, and he does make it back out.
That's one happy man right there. He loves getting in that crowd and mixing it up with them. The fans love it too.
So Carl climbed back in and make his way towards victory lane and pull out the 6 shooters one more time. So as the fireworks go off outside of turn number 2, Carl Edwards with the patented backflip. And we come back, we'll talk to the man who's now has won 2 in a row in the Nationwide Series in Texas. Look at Carl. Yeah, he's a happy guy, and why not? I mean, he led a total of 169 laps, the celebration in the stands with the fans. And if you think this is fun, well, then come on out and join us. Here's our ticket to the race, the upcoming events on the NASCAR Nationwide Series. And you see, the next week, we'll be on our way to Talladega. Let's check in right now down on pit road with the man who came home with his best run so far this season, Doc.
And he was talking to crew chief Todd Gordon and congratulating the crew on a great effort. I know it's not a victory, but it has to feel good about this major step forward you guys took tonight.
Yeah, sure was. You know, ran like we did all year last year tonight, and made some great adjustments on the car, unloaded really well, and just came up a little bit short. Felt like if I could have cleared 60, the Carl Edwards coming off of pit road there and got the clean air. I felt like I might have been able to hold him off. We were both really even there towards the end, and just kind of came down to clean air. But he drove a good race, and it was a tough race, man. It's just long green flag runs and a lot of guys blowing out tires. I felt like I was going to blow one out every lap, and so you got to drive really guarded and then at the same time push hard, knowing that it's a good chance you're going to blow one out. So just got to go to work, make the tires a little better. Goodyear did a good job at Daytona, did a lot of testing, got their tires real good, and got some work to do on these other tracks, and they're pretty good, so I'm sure they'll get at it and get us to where we can drive these things really hard and put on a great show for them fans.
All right, 5th consecutive top 5 for Brad Kay here at Texas. Marty?
And his best finish ever here at Texas. All right, there he is. He's made it to victory lane, Dave. He's all yours.
And Marty, with that 30th win, Carl Edwards becomes only the 5th man ever to get 30 or more wins in the Nationwide Series. And after avoiding cars in trouble and not knowing what a car was going to do at night here now, you win and you bring Mustang to victory lane, Carl.
Yeah, that's unreal. The first win for Mustang. I can't thank Ford and everybody that's worked on these cars enough. It's amazing. Fastenal, they've come on board and been a great partner, and I've had a lot of fun with them. It's cool to get the first win here for them of the year. And Valvoline, Wiley X, all the fans, and we still got space available on this car. So if anybody wants to market with a great company and a great team like these guys, we've got space available. But just an unreal race. The car was so fast.
Anybody steal your socks over there?
No, nobody stole my socks, but I'm going to tell you, the crowd at Texas is a little bit wild. I tried to go up in the grandstands, and it wasn't going to happen. There was an older woman that was just, she was holding me right there. I wasn't going anywhere, so that was fun. It's fun to go up there.
Hey, speaking of wild, you talked to us over the radio, but missing that wreck one more time, can you believe that you were that close to losing this race?
I was very close, and as fast as Kyle was, it was, in a way, it's frustrating to see him get knocked out. You know, he's been so fast here. I drove in the corner, out of the corner of my eye, out of the side window. I thought I saw that car turn, and I thought, well, I might as well just give him a little room. And I thought, well, I'm gonna look like a moron if I hit the wall here, and I didn't need to turn. But I looked back, and I'm glad that I caught it. Another split second later, and it would have been over.
Not a moron. First-time winner in 2011, Carl Edwards. That guy wants to shake your hands. Congratulations, Marty.
And there's Jack Roush. And remember the talk that the team had from Ford, putting the pressure on with a big smile on their face? I think their smile is even bigger right now. And as they celebrate their 14th win here at Texas for Roush Fenway Racing, let's check in with Jamie Little.
Well, Paul Menard's first race in the Nationwide Series, first time ever for KHI. What do you think of Kevin Harvick's corporation here?
And Kevin Delana have awesome equipment, and David Hyder and these guys do a nice job. Car was really close once when loaded on Wednesday or Thursday. Been pretty fast ever since. Just made a few adjustments. The guys did a hell of a job in the pits. Looking forward to the rest of the 6 races we run with KHI, and they got nice stuff. It's a lot of fun.
More races coming up, but next week at Talladega it will be Clint Boyer. Marty?
All right, thank you, Jamie. Let's check in on the nationwide points because Elliott Sadler coming home in 5th with Allgaier 6th, Sorensen 7th, Stenhouse 8th. And here's how it shakes out. Ricky keeps the points lead. It's now 14 over Jason. And look at Elliott Sadler. Jumps 3 spots up to 4th. Actually tied with Reed Sorensen for that spot. And let's talk to Elliott Sadler. How about it, Doc?
Yeah, talking to teammate Paul Menard. Let's get in here quickly. And Elliott, you moved up to 4th in the point standings, 3rd consecutive top 5 finish. This has to feel pretty good after the way the year began.
You know, tonight I'm so proud of my race team because we were so loose at the beginning of the run, and Ernie didn't give up. He kept fighting and kept fighting and kept encouraging me, and Harvick was on the radio. And he told me some stuff about turn 3 and 4 that he found today in practice. And once I figured it out and hit it during the race, one main Financial Chevrolet started coming to the front. So tonight was a great team effort, and we're so proud to come away with a top 5 finish.
3rd top 5 in a row. Jamie?
And 3rd straight top 5 for Joey Logano at Texas as well. Joey, you just said I'm a little confused. Why?
Oh, well, just trying to figure out these new race cars still, and it's progress. We've gotten better here with this new car. This is a good run for us. So we still gotta keep working for sure. You know, our GameStop Toyota was not very fast on restarts, and then about 10 laps in a run, I had a 10-lap window of really going fast, and my car was good, and then I had to get too free, and then I had to go backwards and lose everything I just gained. So we got to find a window that we can take off good and try to keep it that way throughout the run. So just got to find a little bit there, and I think we'll be right where we need to be. But, you know, at least we had some speed in it tonight. We had signs of promise there. So we'll take that and build off it.
All right, Joey Logano, it seems to be word of the night, inconsistent with these new cars here. Marty.
All right, thanks, Jamie. How about some final thoughts, guys?
Well, Carl was definitely dominant all race long, but I was really impressed with the way Brad Keselowski managed his race. Him and Todd Gordon, his crew chief, managed this race to come home with a second-place finish and a chance at that win.
Yeah, I mean, what I heard all night long, I was listening to all these guys, and they kept saying loose, loose, loose. What I've learned is that all these cars, these new cars, these drivers are fighting loose cars, and that's going to be the main thing they're going to have to work on with this new design Nationwide car if these guys are going to be successful week after week. Big problem for them, but hey, puts on a good race.
And folks, if you'll allow me just one quick moment, our TV broadcast team had a tough week. We want to send a speedy recovery and get well to